ಹಾಯ್ ಹಲೋ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿವ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು KCET ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ PYQs ಫ್ರಮ್ 2014 to 2025 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಯೂ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ +2 ಟಾಪಿಕ್. And here I have mentioned few important concepts related to that. It's better you make a note of it, and I'll be you making use of all this whenever required in the question. ಹಾಗೆ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ವೇಟೇಜ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. And now we'll be starting with PYQs. We'll first start with the first question from 2025. So as you can see the question here, they have given two functions f from 0 comma pi by 2 to r given by f of x is equal to sin x and g of x is equal to cos x. Both the functions have domain 0 comma pi by 2 and the codomain is real numbers. So they have given you two statements. The first statement is they are telling both f and g are 1 1, and in the second statement they are telling f plus g is 1 1. Addition of those two functions is 1 1 anta they are telling. So let us first go with the first statement. So in order to understand this question, remember this short trick, test for 1 1. So if any function is strictly increasing or if it is strictly decreasing in a given domain, then we tell that the given function is 1 1 anta. For example, if I consider the function f of x is equal to sin x. Now the given domain is 0 comma pi by 2. Let me consider the graph for this 0 comma pi by 2, and here we have 1. So the graph of sin x starts increasing from 0, and then when it reaches pi by 2 then it starts decreasing. So basically you get a graph in this pattern. So now in the interval 0 comma pi by 2 it is an increasing function, that is it is strictly increasing. Now when I take the function g of x which is equal to cos x, if you go with a similar pattern 0 and pi by 2, so what happens for graph of cos x? From 0 to pi by 2 it starts decreasing, and the value starts decreasing, that is it is a strictly decreasing function. So f of x is strictly increasing and g of x is strictly decreasing. If this is the case, we tell that the given function f of x and g of x is 1 1. Now when you go for the second statement, f plus g is 1 1. So when I go with f plus g of x, what is the function I obtain here? Sin x plus cos x. So let me consider this as h of x. If I consider h of x1, I'll be getting sin x1 plus cos x1. So I'll take h of 0. So sin 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1. The answer will be 1. If I take h of pi by 2, the answer will be sin 90 is 1 and cos 90 is 0. So the answer will be 1. So I'll get h of 0 is equal to h of pi by 2. Basically h of x1 is equal to h of x2. But when you look for 0 and pi by 2, they both are not equal. That is x1 is not equal to x2. So it is strictly not obeying the condition of 1 1. So this implies f plus g. The second statement f plus g is 1 1 is not correct. So the option which is correct here is the first one. Statement 1 is true and statement 2 is false. So now let us go with the second question. Hope you are understanding. This short trick will surely help you whenever you come across these type of questions. We'll go for second one. They're telling set A contains three elements A, B, C. And the relation on A, let's say there is a relation on A which is containing an ordered pair, that is an element B, C. You have to show that how many equivalence relations are there containing B, C. And it must be reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So containing B, C, let me first finish off reflexive A, B, B and C, C. So now since B, C is there, I have to write C, B. So now this is symmetric, reflexive and also transitive. You could see B, C, B exists B, B. So this implies there exists B, B. It is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So equivalence relation. Done with first one. Now let us go with second one more. Let us try with one more equivalence. I have to surely write B, C. It has to contain B, C. Then let me write reflexive. Done. So if B, C exists, then obviously C, B symmetric. It is same as the first relation. So now let me add one more element A, C. If there exists A, C, you are supposed to write C, A. So now look at this. A, C, C, A. Done with this. So now you have C, B and B, B. C, B, B, B. So you are supposed to write C, B. It's there. and then C comma C and C comma A. You have C comma A, which is obeying the transitive condition. Now just cross check whether you don't have, whether you have missed any of them. So now A comma C, here you could see A comma C, C comma B. So you must have A comma B. So I'll just write A comma B so that to make it transitive. Now if you have A comma B, you're supposed to have B comma A, so to become symmetric. So now this is your equivalence relation. So how many ordered pair elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So maximum there are 9 elements. That is the maximum elements because you could have here. So this implies there are two equivalence relation containing B comma C. So the option is 2. They're just asking how many equivalence relation you can form using containing B comma C. So next, moving on to the next question. Third one. So there is A set A is equal to 2 to 18 defined by AD is equal to BC. Number of ordered pairs equivalence class of 3 comma 2. Very simple. There is an ordered pair 3 comma 2 that, and we have to find the classes which are equivalence class. That is, we have to find the ordered pair which is related to 3 comma 2, let's say x comma y, such that it obeys condition AD is equal to BC. So let me take this as A, B, C and D. So now let me consider the values x and y. So now you could see here AD is equal to BC, AD is equal to BC. That means this is equal to 3y plus 3y is equal to 2x. Now let me consider the values of x and y as 3 comma 2. If you go and substitute here, 3 2s are 6 and 2 3s are 6. They both are equal. So 3 comma 2 is the correct one. Next let me consider 6 comma 4. So 3 4s are 12, 2 6 are 12. So here also you are getting the same answer. So now if you observe the pattern here 3 6, then obviously it must be 9, 12, 15, 18. You will stop till 18 because the set A contains the 18 elements. Here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So totally how many ordered pairs you are getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So totally there are 6 ordered pairs. Any ordered pair if you put randomly here, it will definitely satisfy this condition given AD is equal to BC. So the option which is correct here is option C, 6 as the answer. So next we'll move on to the 2024 question. Just fourth question. They have given G composition f of x as sin x and f composition g of x as sin root x whole square. They're asking you to find out what is f of x and g of x. Very simple. You can go with trial and error method here. Let us consider the first option. I'll do G composition f of x, which is equal to g of f of x. Now substitute the value of g of f of x. In the first option, f of x is sin square x. So now this will act as your x value. So g of x is x. So g of x is x andre you will be getting the answer as sin square x. So G composition f of x is sin square x. But in the given question, it is just sin x. So this will not obey. So option A is not correct. Now let us go with option B with the same concept, g of f of x, which is equal to g of f of x is sin root x. So this acts as your x value. G of x is root x. So root of x, which is sin root x. So even this does not obey with the given question. So third question, if you start g of f of x is equal to g of f of x value is sin square x. So g of x. So in the place of x, g of x is given as root x. Root of sin square x. Square and square root gets cancelled. You get sin x. So you got g of f of x as sin x. If you want to cross check, you can do it for f of g of x too. So f of g of x is equal to f of g of x is root x. So now this acts as your x value and f of x is given as sin square x. Your x value is root x. This is nothing but sin root x whole square, which is nothing but in the f composition g of x. F composition g of x. So from this you can conclude that option C is the correct answer. So you can mark option C as the correct answer. So here option C is the correct answer. So now let us move on to the next question. So which is fifth question. So fifth question they have given f of x and g of x. They're asking g of f of x is invertible in the domain. Let us first find out what is g of f of x. This is equal to g of f of x is sine 2x plus cos 2x. So now g of x is x square minus 1. So this complete thing acts as x. X square refers to sine 2x plus cos 2x whole square, x square minus 1. Now expand using a plus b whole square formula. Sine square 2x plus cos square 2x plus 2 sine 2x cos 2x minus 1. So sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1, and this 1 and minus 1 gets cancelled. You are left out with 2 sine 2x cos 2x. This is of the formula 2 sine theta cos theta, which is sine 2 theta. Here theta value is 2x. So this is equal to sine 4x. So they're asking you that it is invertible in the domain. The sine function is invertible in the domain when the value of theta belongs to minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 in the closed interval. So this implies theta is 4x belongs to minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. So you are supposed to find out for x value. This implies x belongs to minus pi by 8 comma pi by 8. So which is the option, right option here? Option D is the correct answer. So you could see option D is the correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. And in the fourth question, option C was the correct option. So this is how you solve the questions with respect to relations and functions, and I'll be discussing the other questions from this chapter. You could see here from all the previous year questions with short tricks in coming videos. So if you like this video, just share this videos to your friends who are in need of, who are in preparing for kcet exam, and subscribe for more updates. Thank you.